Hey, good morning everybody. Well, I think it got up to 106 degrees yesterday. It's already about 85 right now at 8:30 in the morning. Another triple digit day. So I thought I'd do a quick sweltering garden update for you. Tomatoes are still looking good. I've actually picked quite a few of them over the last several days, made a lot of salsa. I've put back about 8 pints of salsa, and I've got a whole bunch of tomatoes ready to go for some more. Let's get all the fruit on my better boy. They turn out real pretty too. That little experiment where I was trying to train one over, here's what I've wound up with so far. Almost there. Old heat master. That big one's getting ready to get picked here in a day or two. Arkansas travelers are getting taller and taller every day. Putting off some really nice little fruits. There's my little grow bag system. They're really taking to it actually. All those tomato suckers we put in grow bags in the last video, or next to last video, are really taking to it. They're enjoying that mix and they're growing like crazy. Lots of growth there. Over here on the other side, I've got my big boys, a couple of big boys and Arkansas travelers. They're liking it too. I've got about 3 more suckers that I'm going to put in these grow bags. Okra's growing like crazy, taking quite a bit of it. Those are our resident bumblebees. They love these things. Check out how thick these stalks are here. That one, normal. That one, it's like an okra tree. Bell peppers are looking good. These are the orange ones here, starting to turn. Got our yellows over here, and there's that freak of nature I showed you in the last update. It's huge. There's our cantaloupe TP. I came out the other day and about had a heart attack in the middle of the day during the 100-degree heat. This stuff had shriveled up to half its size. You could see the bare TP underneath. And I've actually had to start giving everything water about every 2 days in this heat. And it seems to be taking it pretty good as long as you can keep it hydrated. Keep the plants hydrated. We've got one hanging here. We've got another one hanging over there. And several others. Ooh, feel like you're in a jungle? They're doing water work out there, pulling up our mains and replacing them. Isn't that nice? Peanut pumpkins putting on blooms, coming up the little trellis we made. I actually started using some of those trellis clips for it. Over here, got a yellow or orange pumpkin starting to turn. The pumpkin plant overall is not happy though. I don't know if it's vine borers or anthracnose. When you get the kind of searing heat we've had, one of the things you want to do is shade your melons, and so that's what I've been doing with all of this. I've got some fruit hammocks that I made out of t-shirts, and I've been shading them. That is surprisingly cool on the backside when the sun's hitting it. You'd think it'd be real hot, but on the backside it's not. I've just been rigging up what I can. Here's how we hammock the fruit. Just tie it off up here and over here. Give it some support. Mainly right now though, we're wanting to give it shade. So that's what we're doing there. One of our seedless there. We'll take this bad boy and just kind of drop it down here. Like so. Give it some protection from that searing sun, because it is absolutely searing. Now this is one of the things that I'm doing to help the cantaloupe also. Kind of silly, but it's a flour sack cloth and it lets sunlight through, but it still gives it some protection, especially for that right there. But it's giving it some shade at the hottest time of the day. I'll put it on about 10 o'clock. I'll take it off about 3 or 4 o'clock, and it helps protect it from some of that sun, because I'm telling you right now, it is absolutely searing out here. You get out here 11, 12 o'clock.
It's like Africa hot. Tarzan couldn't take this kind of hot.
Notice the dead spot in my grass here? It runs right out to the storm drain sewer that picks up the water from the roadway. But if you follow this through, and brilliant me decided to put a garden right on top of it. Luckily it's raised bed, wouldn't make it otherwise. If you come all the way back here, where we've got our morning glories and our cardinal trumpet climbers, looky there, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? You can see what we have on the back side there. And something tells me they didn't put a lot of dirt on top of it when they built. But anyway, our corn is growing. We've actually pulled about 4 off and barbecued some up the other night. It's probably a little early, but it sure was good to have it. My wife planted some cabbage here. It's growing a little better than in that shady area over there. You remember the squash and zucchini? Well, we had to yank it up. It just was not doing good at all. So we'll put something else there here in the near future. The 3 or 4 potato plants we have is now 1. We've actually harvested 3 of the hills. And the only thing left now is 1 potato hill and some onions we planted around it. Some doing better than others. And then our red onions are over here. Our sacrificial cauliflower, which is getting eat up. And more red onions. Our carrots are in there. We're going to leave them a little bit longer. We've already pulled some babies out. And our green beans, they've been producing really good. We've been able to can about 5 jars of green beans. What my wife likes to do is chunk up some of our little potatoes with it and put those in the jar and pressure can them together. I got to go give my sweet banana peppers some love. They're still drooping from yesterday. More water. Feed me. That's what they're saying. Oh, here's my single stems. They're doing really good. I'm starting to use those trellis clips now in the trellising. But as you can see, they are growing on here. We got little clusters on each one. And the grow bags are working out really good. Just as if I had planned it that way, huh? Here's what I pulled over the last 2 days off of the okra plant and the last 2 days off of the tomato plants. These pink ones here are the Arkansas Travelers. I've been told to pick them when they're pink and let them turn. So that's what I've done, and they're pretty much doing that. Got some green beans too. Missing from this is about 6 bell peppers and about 10 jalapenos that we chopped up and ate and also put into our salsa. Speaking of salsa, here's what's left of what we've canned. We've got a half jar in the fridge, and one jar has already bit the dust. And then we've pressure canned, we've already used up a couple of jars of this as well. Green beans and potatoes off of our potato hills outside that we chunked up and put in there with it. It looks pretty good though. And we got us a few potatoes off of our hills too. Some of them bigger than others, but those will cook up real nice. You take some of these and cut them in half or quarter them, season them, put them in a pan and bake them with a main dish, and oh boy, that's going to be good stuff. But that's a little look at some of our pickings. Guys, we appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Happy gardening, happy harvest. And thank you so very much for subscribing to the channel. We really appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.